coldest thing your sibling ever did to you? My twin sister Ivy and I were inseparable until we turned 18. We'd applied to the same colleges, planned to be roommates, shared everything since birth. People always said we were like two halves of the same person. Then acceptance letters came in March. I got into Harvard with a full scholarship, academic and need-based. Ivy got waitlisted. I'll never forget the moment I told her. She was sitting on her bed painting her nails this soft pink color she always wore. When I said Harvard, her brush stopped mid-stroke for just a second. Then she looked up with the biggest smile and screamed so loud our mom came running. She congratulated me, helped me pack, even threw me a surprise going-away party with all our high school friends. She gave this beautiful speech about how proud she was and how I deserved everything good in life. I actually cried. I thought she was being the perfect supportive sister. The first few weeks at Harvard were incredible. I was finally away from our small town, meeting brilliant people, taking classes that actually challenged me. Ivy and I texted constantly. She'd send me care packages with my favorite snacks and handwritten notes saying how much she missed me. Then 3 weeks into freshman year, I got a call from the admissions office. The woman's voice was cold and formal. They needed to clarify some information on my application and wanted me to come in immediately. I walked into that sterile office with my heart pounding. The admissions director sat across from me with a thick folder. She explained that someone had been sending them anonymous emails claiming I'd cheated on my SATs and fabricated my volunteer work at the local animal shelter. The emails didn't just make accusations, they included evidence. Photos of me at house parties during the exact times I claimed to be cleaning kennels and walking dogs. Screenshots of social media posts showing me drunk and partying when I'd supposedly been tutoring underprivileged kids. I stared at those photos in complete shock. They were definitely me, but something felt wrong. The clothes looked right, the settings looked familiar, but I couldn't remember taking most of them. That's when it hit me. I grabbed my phone and started scrolling through Ivy's Instagram from the past year. The photos were there, but they were originally of her. Someone had been systematically photoshopping my face onto her body for months, creating an entire false timeline of my life. The realization made me physically sick. While I was working 3 jobs to save for college and volunteering every weekend, Ivy had been documenting her party lifestyle and turning it into evidence against me. Harvard launched a full investigation. Even though I was eventually cleared when the digital forensics proved the photos were manipulated, the stress completely destroyed my grades first semester. I went from straight A's to barely passing. My scholarship was put under review, but Ivy's plan worked perfectly. When a spot opened up at Harvard in January, exactly as she'd calculated, guess who was next on the waitlist? She moved into my dorm building in February, had the absolute audacity to act surprised when she ran into me at the dining hall. She rushed over with this huge smile, hugging me like we hadn't seen each other in years, talking about what an amazing coincidence it was. Watching her pretend was almost worse than discovering what she'd done. She'd sit with me at meals, study with me in the library, even introduced me to people as my twin sister who helped me get here. The lies came so easily to her. The breaking point came in April when she invited me to lunch at this fancy restaurant off campus. We were sharing dessert when she looked at me with those innocent eyes and said, "You know, I'm so glad we both ended up here. It's like the universe wanted us to be together. Everything happens for a reason." I stared at her for a long moment, watching her take another bite of chocolate cake like she hadn't tried to destroy my entire future. Then I opened my laptop and showed her the screenshots I'd been collecting for weeks. IP addresses traced back to our hometown library where she'd sent the emails, metadata showing exactly when the photos had been edited, digital fingerprints proving she'd created fake email accounts specifically to target me. Her face went completely white. The fork fell from her hand and clattered against the plate. I leaned forward and whispered, "You're right about the universe, Ivy." It also wanted me to become a computer science major. Funny how that worked out. I paid for lunch, left her sitting there, and went straight to Harvard's administration building. I reported everything that afternoon. The harassment, the fraud, the identity theft. Ivy was expelled within a week. She called me crying, begging me to help her appeal, saying it was all a misunderstanding. I listened to her sob for exactly 30 seconds before hanging up. Sometimes the person who knows you best is exactly the person who can destroy you most efficiently, but they're also the person whose moves you can predict once you finally see them clearly.